Let's go to Arrowhead. The last time a group of Raiders won a game, or last time the Raiders won a game before last week was during the announcement of the flu Rona thing. I don't know if you guys remember that. So that was kind of a fun stat there. But this game is 7:15 on Monday. We have no weather concerns, and the over-under is 51. So Vegas thinks that this game is going to pop here.
I literally didn't know about this flu Rona thing. I feel like you're Billy right now, and you're talking about pop culture, and I'm just like, what are you talking about, Billy?
No, I'm like I'll give you a bunch of science stats. I'll give you a bunch of pop culture stats.
That's fair. I love the science, man. Yeah, this game's going to be exciting. Obviously, the Raiders are not what everyone thought they were. Carr getting Devontae Adams has just basically replaced Renfro. And so I think you got your stars out there. It was cool to see Jacobs kind of wake up a little bit, though. I will say, I felt like he was definitely not utilized, and then last week he had a big game. So hopefully they utilize him and keep the run game, because they got to keep the ball away from Mahomes. That's the number one goal, is to keep the ball away from Mahomes. We saw his little weird pass to Edwards-Helaire in the back of the end zone. I don't know if you can call that a pass. It was kind of like a basketball shot.
Flip.
So yeah, it
was like a beer pong throw.
Dude, I don't know what it was, but anyway, yeah, Mahomes is a madman. But yeah, no, the Raiders concern me, and I feel bad for Raiders fans, because I feel like the hype got up there and everyone just had it in their mind that Carr is a great quarterback, and I was like, he's exactly what he has been. He's just got a better receiver now. So obviously one guy can't do everything, and that's basically the only thing that they did to their team in the offseason. So it's kind of shown. So yeah, you're starting your guys on the Raiders there. Waller, Devontae Adams, sure, Carr if you're in a pinch, and then Jacobs.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Interesting stat: the Chiefs are allowing 10 receptions per game to running backs, and over his last 2 games, Josh Jacobs has caught 5 passes. So he's another one of my awesome possum running backs if you're playing on DraftKings with that PPR, because I love it. And my other awesome possum is I guarantee that Patrick Mahomes gets a rushing touchdown in this one.
Ooh.
So guaranteed.
He literally almost gets a rushing touchdown every week, because he does the exact same thing. Like that Edwards-Helaire touchdown was a touchdown if it would have to him, if he wouldn't have been like 3 guys blocking him. He's no, I'll just flip it to my guy back there. But yeah, no, it's nice to see Jacobs utilized in the pass game, because last year they were using him a lot in the pass game, and then all of a sudden they just stopped, and I don't really understand why. I guess they just shiny new toy. So and then kind of onto the Chiefs. You know who's good on this team, and you know who you're not starting, and you're not starting any of the wide receivers. I think we're all in agreement. We keep hoping for Juju or MVS or Sky Moore or someone. Pacheco's outperforming all of them, and he's not even doing that much. So, I mean, it's Edwards-Helaire, Mahomes, and Kelsey, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the MVS game, because we're going to get an explosion out of MVS. So trying to predict that's a little wonky. Now, the Raiders defense, they're pretty average or below average in every category. So this might be a game for it, but I don't expect the Raiders to necessarily keep pace with the Chiefs. So I don't know. One of these days we're going to get like a 40 burger from MVS, and everyone's going to be like, oh, shit.
Well, you're going to get a 40 burger from one of these guys is the problem. And you never know which one it's going to be. Like, I've started Juju twice this year, and I'm just like, yeah, this is the game. He'll do it. And then it's like, 6 points, whatever he gets me. And then MVS, same thing, like 3 catches, 40 yards. So like any of these guys could catch a deep ball at any time. Kind of forgot Hardman's even there. Like there's 4 guys out there running routes, and then there's Travis Kelce, who he throws to every time. And then obviously Edwards-Helaire, who's been catching the important catches. So
I'm just praying to the fantasy football, NFL, sports, human gods, whatever it may be, get Sky Moore more involved, because every time he makes a play, he looks awesome. So I got to get some more Sky Moore.
Dude, he throws me off every time with that 24. Like the number, I was like, who is that? Oh, right, it's Sky Moore. Also, McKinnon actually interests me in a lot of leagues. I think he's a really good bench stash. We've seen a lot of running back situations happen where we're like, oh, we should have had the backup on our team. Not saying Edwards-Helaire is going to get injured, but if he does, McKinnon's like in line for a huge workload. He's already on the field almost as much, if not more, than Edwards-Helaire. So just keep an eye out on that. And they're trying to utilize him in the passing game more than the run game. But Jerick McKinnon's actually looked really good. Or am I saying that right? Yeah. I always mix up McKinnon and McKissick. I just want to make sure I don't say the wrong one. Who would you pick out of the 4 wide receivers that would have the best game, and this isn't for this week, I'm just talking about like who's going to be the best wide receiver 1 for Kansas City in the future. You don't have to.
I don't know, man. You would think. I mean, Juju and Kelsey kind of run the same shit. I mean, they catch it short, and then they run from there. And you got Pacheco and McKinnon that do roughly the same thing. I mean, Edwards-Helaire is catching it. So I would assume that MVS or Sky Moore kind of start separating themselves as like the deep guy that they're going to start getting involved. I mean, hell, Sky Moore, the routes they have him run are that West Coast middle of the field, yard after catch thing. So I would like to say it's Juju, but I don't see how he breaks away from Kelsey in the middle of the field there.
I guess I kind of want it to be Hardman, just because like they drafted him as potential Tyreek Hill's replacement, and then like he has very similar stat lines. Obviously, no one's Tyreek Hill. We've talked about that many times. Like he should be the deep route runner. I mean, it would make the most sense. MVS obviously has some skills in his like weapon bag there, but I don't know. Like it just makes no sense that none of these wide receivers are performing. I don't think any of them have a 10-point game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Juju and a PPR had a good game here or there, but I mean, it's
9.
It's gross. Is 9 his number 1?
Oh, never mind. That was a half-point PPR. That's my bad. So he probably did have like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's gross right now. I mean, on the other side, Adams has to have a monster in this one, wouldn't you think?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. You're playing Adam. Well, I mean, not that you're ever going to stop playing Adams, but I actually like him in daily as well. He's not my awesome possum play of the week because everyone knows to play Davante Adams.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are not great against wide receivers. They're playing some good defense, surprisingly, but yeah, I think Adams has a big one.
Our IDP guys would kill me for this, but the one cornerback's really good. The other one sucks. And I know that for a fact. So there's one good corner on that team because he actually did do some pretty good shutdown last week. So
I think Bombers text me right now, actually yelling at you.
He's like, dude, you should know this. Anyway, I got Chiefs here. Easy.
Oh yeah.
They're on fire right now.